As every generation walks by as a mute witness, the answer to a fair and just society is to empower the youth, especially students, and thus in turn empower entire communities. One of the leading educational institutions of our country, Christ University in Bangalore, has been pioneering a student movement for close to a decade.
One of the core values of this institution is social responsibility. This student movement, called Center for Social Action, CSA, is an expression of this core value, social responsibility. Through this student movement, we depict in the society how our young people should grow in the learning process. I feel the last 10 years, this student movement made a lot of changes in this mindset of the young people of the university. This platform of CSA will be bridging communities, will be bridging students, and will be bridging society at large and making our young people more responsible, bringing a mindset of growth, bringing a mindset of inclusiveness, and bringing a mindset of togetherness.
The whole idea of having an organization like Center for Social Action in an educational campus is to sensitize the youth of today, especially the student community of Christ University, on various social issues, which in turn will have a greater impact on the society in the long run. This we are doing through various activities that are designed only for the student community. One project, which is titled as Vikas, we are trying to give an opportunity to students to interact with the various NGOs, which is helping the students to understand on various social issues, understand the functioning of various NGOs to tackle these problems. Another important program is the Rural Exposure Program. Every year, we take 1,000 to 1,500 students to the project areas of CSA, especially the villages, where the students are exposed on rural realities.
I have always been a city girl. I was born and brought up in a metro. Life is all about friends, malls and movies. I had never been to a village. So, when I got an opportunity to visit a village as a part of Rural Exposure Program of CSA, I didn't know what to expect. What I saw was shocking to me. People were living in some of the worst conditions possible, without proper drinking water and sanitation. One thing that really struck me, that how did pregnant women live in this village without any medical facilities. During one of my visits to a village, I met Kamala Devi. She was a simple woman with a husband and 2 children. I started talking to her and she told me how difficult it was when she was pregnant with her first child. Her village had no hospital, doctor or any medical facilities. But the second time she got pregnant, Kamala Devi didn't have to go through the same difficulties. By this time, CSA had programs for pregnant women in her village. She met with a health worker who used to visit her house for regular medical checkups and give her medication. I could see a sense of relief on her face when she told me about her regular visits to the supplementary health center. Frequent visits gave her the confidence that everything would be fine this time. She knew she was in good hands. Kamala Devi gave birth to a healthy baby girl. I think she's so cute. She's 6 months old now. There's 100% immunization today in this village and babies are born healthier now. Even the child mortality rate has gone down to 0. CSA also has supplementary nutrition programs in the villages. Most of these children come from very poor backgrounds where the parents are usually laborers who work in the nearby fields. Every time I see their smiling faces, all I can think of is that now these children have a fair chance at life.
Our rural exposure camps are of great experience for the villagers and the students. These sorts of camps bring together the college students and the villagers of this area. Now the villagers have understood the fundamental rights and striving their level best for the upliftment of the villagers and the social development of the weaker sections of the community. CSA has helped form groups of women in these villages called self-help groups. The self-help groups or SHGs meet regularly and discuss various issues regarding their village. Bringing these women together and giving them a common platform to voice their opinions has truly empowered them.
When
CSA came to our village in 2003, they started various programs. Apart from nutrition and educational support programs for children, they started the self-help groups. The SHGs meet regularly and discuss various issues such as the working of the Anganwadi, school and health center. Through the SHGs, we have accessed microcredit to use for various income generation activities. We all contribute in the development of the community and the village. I now feel confident about the future of my family and the future of my community.
Most people in these villages depend on farming for their income.